This is the Enhanced Memo Clock. It is a glowing Memo Board clock, 4-port USB hub. It is the USB powered and also has 3 AAA battery option for a battery backup. The batteries are not included. We do recommend that when you got this plugged in with your USB cord that you have AAA batteries installed as well. Again, it does take 3 of them. This will help you for if you accidentally unplug it from your USB port, or if you want to move it, or if there's power outage, that you won't lose all your settings. As you can see, there is an acrylic memo board. It does come with its very own marker. It actually comes with 2 that are safe for this board. And we'll get on to a little bit more details about that later in the video. For the purpose of this video, we are going to take the board off. It's very simple though. So the clock does have a few different features. It has time, temperature, year, date. You can do 3 different alarms. And there's also a birthday reminder and a timer. So to set the time on this, there are buttons on the bottom. There's an M, an S, and an up and a down arrow. The M is for mode, the S is for set, and the up and down arrows will toggle up or down between the different modes and settings. So if you want to set your time, you're going to press and hold down on that S button for about 3 seconds. And then it'll give you the option between 24 or 12 hours. Use your up and down arrows to decide which one you want to use. Press S again. It'll bring you to your hours. Set those. And it does change from AM to PM. And when you finally decide which time you want to do, press S again. Go bring you onto the minutes. You can adjust those up or down. Press S again. Now your time is set. Also notice there's a temperature setting. Now it can do Celsius or Fahrenheit. If you want to change it from Celsius, it is the default. If you want to stray away from the metric system and go towards the standard US system, you would want to press and hold down the S button to change it between the 2. As explained earlier, there is 4 USB ports on the back, so it is also a 4-port USB hub. If you plug the USB cable into your computer, it essentially splits your 1 port into 4. Now, the output maximum of this device is 500 milliamps an hour. Keep that in mind that when you start plugging multiple peripherals into the USB ports, that 500 milliamps an hour is divided. If you have 1, you're going to get the 500 milliamps an hour maximum. If you have 2, it's going to divide it 250 each, 3, so on, and 1, so on, and so forth. So keep that in mind. If you're going to charge a cell phone, you can do that. You probably plug in 2 different cell phones and get somewhat of a charge to them both. But if you start putting in more than 1 device, it is going to cut into the available milliamps. You can also do data with this. Again, it is a 4-port USB hub. Plug it into your computer and you can transfer data to and from, assuming you have the appropriate cables for your smartphone, tablet, MP3 player, whatever device it is that you do want to plug into it. Some possible tips. Again, the USB output on the back is 500 milliamps an hour, so no tablets with this thing. The clock will not be able to charge a tablet, just like your computer won't, but it does turn 4 ports into 1. If you plug it into 1 USB port on a computer and it's not working, try a different one. It will charge smaller devices using the current from the USB port that you have it plugged into. So if it's not charging, try a different port. Not only on the back, maybe try a different port, but try plugging the USB cable into a different port as well. It does do data, so again with the charging, if you're not getting data streaming through one of the ports, try a different port. Try plugging the cable into a different USB port on your computer. And with this memo board, it is acrylic. If you put it down, it will let you cycle through it by pressing down on top of it. does hit the little button down here on the bottom. So with the memo board, you can see we have our nice little message on there. You write whatever you want. The markers, it does come with 2 markers. Please be aware that these are special markers. The pens that are in the box are fluorescent wet erase markers, so if you lose these pens or you want extra different colors, be sure that when you buy replacement pens that they are fluorescent wet erase markers only. Normal dry erase markers will stain the board and you'll never be able to get it off, but there's a fancy eraser, so when you're done with your message, you can erase it off, clean off the board, and go at it again.